these guys?
It's good to be back, Lav. How are you?
Oh my god, I'm almost overstimulated, and in ways it's symbolic. You know, you got the All-Star break, but at the same time you've got the return of two
Old heads.
All-Stars.
All-Stars?
Allegedly, not quite. I don't know. You know, Dom and I have been keeping the ship upright for a while, and it's good, really, to have Mason and Pat back. Where have you guys been? What's been going on?
They call it Euro Summer.
It was the Euro Summer.
Like super chill.
They don't do baseball over there. I don't know if you've heard about that.
Yeah.
No, the Italians were in the WBC. I don't know if you saw.
No, I didn't see Sam Antonacci over there, but I wasn't able to see him.
That's because he's busy killing it for the White Sox. But you guys had nice trips.
Yeah, good trip.
Listen, it was a nice time. It was a nice time. It really was. But you know, I'm really eager to switch the meatballs to the baseball.
Sure.
You know, it's that time of year. You know, we're at the All-Star break now.
Yep.
And that's like a symbolic moment.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get started.
Were you guys here for 4th of July or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty sweet. I could send you guys some vids, put them on the podcast, of all the planes flying over the Hudson River. I don't know if you guys saw those and all the ships.
No,
Actually, I got a
missed feed.
I got a
What do you got
question. I got a question. Mason,
going on?
you look like you were in the sun the whole time. Pat, you look white as a ghost. Did you like touch grass when you were in Europe?
Dom, I was afraid of the sun. You know me
It
from
just gets red.
from the Punta Cana.
Mm,
You know me. I get red, so I'm afraid of that.
yeah.
So I stay shaded.
I heard
Yeah.
you just stayed inside all day and watched baseball.
No, I actually watched. You know, it's funny you say that because you know how the time zones work. You know,
Right.
with the globe, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
When you get over there, the game started like 3 a.m.
Mm,
So I get back from a nice night, you know, have a good time,
Yep.
and then I just drifted off to sleep listening to WEEI, and that time the Sox were losing,
Mm.
so it gave me nightmares, frankly.
yeah. What a time for you to come back, huh?
You know, it's
Mason,
nice.
You know, you haven't missed much, right? The Mets still suck, and Dom has covered that very, very well.
You're welcome.
Picking your nose, I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked extensively about the front office, you know, sitting on their hands and picking their noses.
How do you
But,
sit on your hand and pick your nose at the same time?
I think not simultaneously, one after the other. But
Man, wow.
you know, who was using their hands to eat donuts were those Red Sox, and all of a sudden they're back in contention. It's really an interesting
for
thing to see.
the second consecutive year, the Red Sox have had plane issues. Last year, they had turbulence in the air, and it caused injury and a lot of people getting sick in the plane.
Yeah,
And
right.
they rattled off 10 straight wins going into the All-Star break last year. This year, Delta's got to figure it out. Two consecutive plane trips delayed because of God knows what, and they rattle off 9 going into the break, and now they're only a half game out of a wild card spot after being 14 games under. So, talk about they call them show up and go Sox. That's what they do. They show up and go.
I saw those shirts. They're nice shirts.
Nice
And
shirt.
Peyton Tolley, I think, is the best spokesperson for a baseball team, maybe ever.
Guy's got a nice mustache. Guy's got a nice mustache, and it's like every time they seem to face any sort of adversity, they just cut to Peyton Tolley. What does he have to say? And he's like, "Oh, our flight was delayed. I ate 5 donuts, and after a few hours, they gave me a protein bar. But really, the donuts were delicious." He was like, "I had 2 Oreos," and this guy's a nut job. And you know, I like Peyton Tolley. The guy can throw the baseball.
How could you not? How could you
Really.
not? Mason,
Really?
are you happy to be back watching the Mets or no?
No, so, I've gotten back, and I don't really watch the Mets anymore because it's too difficult.
Smart.
And then especially, I'm boycotting now that, I'm sure you guys have covered this, Cohen saying that Stern's job is safe and not going anywhere, which I don't know how that makes any sense, but I don't know. But you guys, I've seen some World Cup games. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Oh yeah, down there in Europe. Yeah, that's.
Oh, it's in America, actually.
Oh well, I've heard Messi. They're rigging the games for him,
Right.
as per usual. But a team that can't get out of their own way in the MLB landscape, those A's, they're on a full blown collapse.
Is that a
So
9
bad.
straight loss? L9?
Yeah, L9 over this past week, I guess, and then some. And 1-9 in their last 10. It's a shame because obviously we know about their offense. Thought maybe that they could do a little bit of buying this year, but it looks like once again They'll sell going into the deadline. But on the other end of that, a team that's not going to be selling. Dom, you want to tell us about that
What
NL,
team that isn't going to be selling?
about that NL East team that you love so much? And it's not the
Are we?
Mets.
I think it's the
Well, it's not.
Marlins, right?
It's the Marlins you're talking about.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
are buyers. They
Who
are
are they
buyers
buying,
this
Dom?
season.
Yeah.
I don't really know. That's the thing.
I
It's
was researching this. Sorry, Dom.
Please.
I thought of someone that has actually played in Miami before, who seems to get traded every year
Giancarlo Stanton.
from over there in San Francisco.
Oh,
Luis Rise.
sure.
Adding
Wow.
a bat to that
But they
one.
don't. Where's he going to play? They don't need
First
him in an
base.
infield.
Liam Hicks will catch.
Yeah, that's true. But they've
And
got
he's batting 330. Their
Yep.
pitching staff has been great by themselves. I mean, I'm sure that they'll try to, and their closer Pete Fairbanks has been great too.
Yep.
I think adding another bat would be really good. And they're only 4 games behind Atlanta for first place in the East.
Yeah.
So they won't have to give up anything, and Arise is on a 1-year deal. So
Yeah. I know for sure. I'm pretty sure they were looking for a third baseman, and they were also looking for a back end starter and then a high end reliever. I believe that's what Ken Rosenthal said. But it's exciting that the Marlins. I mean, we definitely took a big dump on them in the beginning of the year, talking about how their front office and ownership doesn't do anything, and here they are, ready to buy. How much they're going to buy, I'm not sure, but they have obviously a list of wants, and if they're going to go after each one of them, I'm not sure. But Arias, I think, is an interesting one. Definitely fits the Otto Lopez, Xavier Edwards type of baseball where they just put the ball in play and hit for high average. It would be cool. I think even more than anything, Stowers not necessarily being a trade deadline acquisition, but he has come back from injury and he's definitely given them a boost within at least the power department, which has been super cool to see. But that Marlins team, Dom knows the fish never die, and it's good to see Miami. For as much slack as we give them, they're here to stay, at least for this year.
Does the Luis Arias thing really make sense though? Because you see what teams have to do to win in the playoffs, and that is hit home runs.
Slug.
Home runs and slugging really is what wins in the playoffs. You saw that last couple of years the Yankees are beating the Guardians because the Guardians can't hit home runs. So would it behoove the Marlins to go after more of a power threat? And what power threat is on the open market?
Taylor.
well, I actually got a guy. This actually just came to me now. I don't know if this makes sense, but it's a guy that hits home runs, and he's on a non-playoff team right now across the United States over in LA. Jorge Soler for the Angels,
Oh, solar power.
and he has been a Marlin in the past. Actually,
Yeah.
I mean, he could play left field for them. They got Herberto Hernandez over there, who's actually had himself quite a good season.
Yep.
But if you're saying what the Marlins need is home runs, driving guys in, at a cheap cost, who might not cost you a whole lot, Jorge Soler could definitely be an option over there as well.
Oh, Dom.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
Just off the noggin.
That's
you know?
smart. That's
That was
smart.
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I like that.
I actually have another question in regards to whether or not this is smart. Let's say, just hypothetically, you were to be selected, or sorry, not selected to an All-Star game, right? And then they come back and say, "Oh, actually, you're going to be a guy as a replacement."
Is that Zach? Who are you talking about?
Would you hypothetically decide to sit out that All-Star game, or would you suck it up and play?
Well, is this at your home ballpark or
My home ballpark.
no? Is this in this hypothetical
Oh,
scenario?
oh.
At your home?
Let's say
Ballpark?
yes. Let's say yes.
Okay. And have you been disrespected before in other sorts of All-Star
Perhaps.
votings and Cy Young votes?
Perhaps it's
Yeah.
possible.
I don't mind what Zach Wheeler is doing right now, because I feel like he's the most disrespected player in the league. When it comes to Cy Young voting, All-Star votings this year, I mean, what the league is doing to him, he is absolutely deserving of an All-Star nod, and they came to him fifth, right? After some guys that are obviously not having better seasons than him. Who else was named to the
Logan
All-Star
Webb.
team.
No.
Was it Luzardo
Yeah,
on his own
Luzardo,
team?
Logan Webb, Ashcraft, I think.
Luzardo
Braxton
was
Ashton.
named to the team before him. Why does the league hate Zach Wheeler so much?
I think it's just voting, right?
Yeah, Dom
It's
and
the
I.
stupid
Not when it
thing.
comes to
Like,
pitchers,
big
though.
thing.
Not when the replacements happen.
Replacements, no. I think
That's all league office,
league.
right?
Yeah.
The whole All-Star voting thing is just a complete joke to be.
Wow, and you know it's so funny that you say that, Mason, because me and Lavin, while you two were all partying in Europe, we were talking. It was funny because we actually complimented Mister President of the MLB. What's his name? Rob Manfred. I was blanking on the name.
The president.
And then the next episode, we actually shit on him quite heavily because of how bad the All-Star voting is, and this is just a perfect example of it.
I'm sorry, but I mean, there's no reason. Ernie Clement is a great player, but he shouldn't be the top vote getter in the American League.
Well,
It's absurd that the MLB All-Star Game is kind of going by way of the NBA All-Star Game. It's starting to be a big-time joke. Perhaps, I mean, the players aren't fighting for anything. They just want the 4 weeks off.
back in the day, you were getting home field advantage in the World Series.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Is the $1 million bonus for the player that wins the home run derby mean anything? Does that mean anything?
They're getting
Probably not.
guys in the home run derby at least. It's better
Well,
than like, the slam dunk contest in that regard.
If rookies are in it, like Jack Caglione, I'd say $1 million probably matters to them.
Yeah.
Right. But Aaron Judge and Shohei don't want to do it anymore.
No, but they've
Oh.
done it.
Well,
They've done it, and they don't want to do it anymore because
well,
Judge
Aaron
is
Judge and
swing.
Shohei Ohtani are both hurt.
Yeah.
But they've done it though.
Yeah.
I think you
Schwarber
should try
wants
to
to
get
do
the
it every year.
superstars in it. But if they've done it already, then I think
The home
You
run
do wanna
derby is
get new
probably a
blood.
better product than the All Star game at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's debatable.
Crazy.
I actually think it's a debate.
Especially for watching it on TV. The All Star game goes on for 3.5, 4 hours.
Well, because they change the pitcher every 2 innings, if not one.
Yeah, it
If
ends
not
at
half.
like ends at like 11:30.
Yep. Yeah, it's not great, but that is what's happening this week. So we'll have plenty to talk about in next week's episode. But next week will be more of a second half preview, I think, more than.
We're not going to talk about Wilson Contreras' victory.
Oh, in the home run derby, is that what you've got?
He's
Yeah,
got the worst chance. He's got the worst chance of winning this whole thing.
You know, I'm all about taking the underdog here. It's kind of like in the Kentucky Derby with that guy that fell over.
Yep.
black and white or something, whatever the thing was called.
Something like that.
Zebra.
It's nothing like American Pharaoh.
No.
I don't know. Do we all have a pick for who's winning the home run derby this year?
Yeah, I got Wilson Contreras.
I think Schwarber gets it done at home. That's just too easy. He just swings 50% into home run.
That's true.
I love Caminero.
Junior.
That
He's
guy.
Man, I love that guy.
I think
Is
he's
he
so
still hitting a
slept
home
on.
run every day.
Did you guys see the interview he had with Jeff Passan
Yeah.
about the possible implementation of maxing out years for contracts in this new?
Yeah. It would make him lose
A lot of money.
pretty decent amount of money.
Yeah, he said no good. I don't like it.
He doesn't. I can see why. I mean,
He's the next guy that's gonna.
He's gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
well, as long as all goes well in the upcoming negotiations. But a guy who already did make money. Speaking of which, congratulations to JJ Weatherholt.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Wow.
And that Cardinals core, assuming they're able to lock all of them up in my home run derby winner, Jordan Walker. Jordan Walker,
I like it.
JJ Weatherholt, and I mean they have obviously Mason Wynn and Burleson is not old, but they have a nice core, and their pitching staff is really not that great in terms of well-known guys. They obviously are getting it done. 5 games above 500 is nothing to sneeze at, but they definitely are exceeding expectations. Weatherholt is a big reason as to why. And it's nice to see another guy get rewarded for his on-field production.
Yeah, the Cardinals have definitely been a surprise this year, and they're the sneaky Marlins. I mean, we were just talking about it, but they're outplaying them right now, and I don't think anyone on planet Earth could have told you that at the All-Star break, the Marlins were going to be an All-Star wild card team over the Cardinals. But they've had guys have outstanding years for them this year. Mason Wynn has actually had like a sleeper season.
Yep.
As well as JJ too. But actually, I'm looking at JJ's numbers right now, and he's actually accumulated a 3.8 WAR this season, which is actually just ridiculous.
Wow.
3.8. Am I reading that right?
As a
Yeah,
rookie.
he deserves the contract. And I mean, I
Oh
know
my
I would say
God.
like bet on yourself and wait, but I know with this lockout, it's probably the right thing to do. He's still
Yeah.
super young. He'll get paid
Wow.
$15 million a year after this year. Not
Yeah.
bad.
So
Pretty
I'm
awesome.
looking at this Cardinals depth chart here, and I'm saying to myself, Self, they can really use a corner infielder and starting pitcher.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And
But I don't know.
maybe Wilson Contreras and Sonny Gray would have benefited them this year.
Well, yeah.
Had they-
And Nolan. Even Nolan.
Not so much.
Nolan-
Alex Burleson can play third base, right?
No.
No.
He could play
No?
first, but not third, no.
Not third. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting team. They, Dusty May has actually been pretty good. He
Good
got
shot.
off to a rocky start, but he's been. They just have guys who are like serviceable. They don't have any really good arms, so they can use them obviously. But I don't even know if the Cardinals are ready to buy this year. I think they're kind of happy with where they're at. I could be wrong about that, obviously, but to me, I think that the Cardinals are just happy to be where they are, continuing to develop their young guys and let them play, as opposed to trying to go out and take up a spot of one of the guys that's in their lineup right now. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
Define
What
it.
It's a good take.
What do I? Do I know anything? No, I don't.
You know a lot more than others.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no.
that a lot.
Listen, it's glazed though.
You know, Pat, I wanted to ask if you had anything else to talk about with these Sox.
I mean, these Sox are on a 9-game heater right now, and honestly, what I would say is the formula hasn't changed. I mean, the offense is still bad. They're just scoring an average amount of runs a game instead of 0. The starting pitching is on historic levels. The bullpen is doing a phenomenal job. I saw that they had like a 2.1 ERA in the last 30 days or something like that. The Red Sox pitching as a whole, Craig Breslow deserves his flowers for redoing the pitching lab as he was brought in to do as the pitching director. But then they couldn't find anyone to be a GM, so they're like, "Do you want to be GM? Fine," and he just ruins the offense. The offense is now just a middle of the pack offense when it was like down there with the Mets at like 26, 27 in terms of runs a game. The formula hasn't changed. You need to, score more than you let up, right? That's baseball.
My bigger question is, do we have any apologies to give out?
Apologies, perhaps to Craig.
No, another C in Mr. Durbin.
Listen, that pull air percentage. Let me tell you something about the pull air.
Is he starting to figure it out over there in Boston?
He's starting to hit the ball. He was hitting below the Mendoza line, the Carlos Mendoza line.
Yep.
And now it's
228.
30,
230.
230, something like that. He's starting to hit the ball. He's starting to pull the ball, and that's
I
awesome.
still think Kyle Harrison, you prefer him. But Durbin's been a lot better.
No,
And, when you have... Also, didn't they say that Sonny Gray might be available? I'm pretty sure that that's what they said. And now, I don't know, they're in a weird spot with that. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to continue to play with Sonny Gray or allow him to go elsewhere. But I'm almost certain that there was trade talks about selling off Sonny Gray, and now it's at a position where maybe you don't do that.
I don't think they're going to trade Sonny Gray. I don't think they're going to trade Wilson Contreras. I don't think they're going to do any of that. Chapman, I wouldn't be opposed to selling. No.
But that's your bullpen right there.
No, Garrett Whitlock can step into the closer role.
Of course,
Absolutely.
but
Garrett
Whitlock-
Slayton. They found Tyrone Guerrero, who throws 102.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's nice. Big boy.
Yeah, you like that. And you know what? The American League stinks, as we all know. So the Red Sox are in a good spot. Obviously, maybe panicked a little bit too early, but another team, and Dom and I have talked about this at nauseum, and I'm going to bring them up once again because right now they
No.
are 3.5 games back of an American League wild card position. The Detroit Tigers. They were terrible for the longest time. And obviously they have the Scooble stuff, and 7-3 in their last 10. But they have a decision to make in whether they keep Scooble or whether they send him away. So, I guess my question to you guys is, what do the Tigers do in the second half?
Well, listen, I'm going to say this to start off. The fact that there is an AL wildcard team that is below 500 in a wildcard spot is beyond me, actually. That is actually horrific. But that's not what we're talking about. The Tigers, like you said, are 3.5 games back out of a wildcard spot. But there's a mountain of teams they got to fucking overcome now, though.
Yeah.
They got to overcome the Twins, the Red Sox, the Astros, the Orioles, and the Blue Jays. So they're 3.5 games back, and they still got to overcome all these teams. Now, the good thing about it is this could easily change going in a week after this All-Star break, where these teams are going to flip and flop all over the place, because I think we've seen in the past teams come out of the All-Star break on all different levels, no matter how good you were or how bad you were in the first half. So like you said, Detroit has a big decision to make. Like you said, we've talked about it ad nauseum, what they should do with Scoble, and we've preached and preached and preached that they should get rid of Scoble, get a return, build your team for years to come, where it's not just an AL Cy Young winner, and you could build around everything. You could build around the best catcher in baseball. You could build around Riley Green. You could build around these guys. You could build around McGonigal, new up-and-coming star. So they got a decision to make. I think we all know what they should do, but it's a close one.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too, Dom. We talked about it at the beginning of the year. They're almost like built to win right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still below 500, but we've seen it these last 2 years of them competing in the playoffs, and they almost beat Seattle last year,
Yep.
and they have a very similar team.
Well, that was an extra inning marathon. That was insane.
Oh yeah, that was an awesome game. But anyway, I think it's a really difficult spot. I think the way that they are right now, if they're still 3 or 4 games under, is that where they are now? 4 or 5 games under?
Yeah, I mean they're 8 games under, but only 3
Oh,
back.
if they're still, I think between 6 to 8 games under at cutting closer to the deadline, I think they're going to sell them. If they get close to 500, then maybe they think about keeping them. But if they don't have a chance to re-sign them, which it doesn't look like they do, then I think they're going to sell.
It's weird. Haven't heard really anything either way. Even up to the point of extension talk, there hasn't been anything. And it obviously allows people to wonder which way they're going to go. And I think also, like we saw last year, the Tigers had full position of the AL Central, and then they fell apart at the end of the year. The Guardians won, I think, maybe like 10 of their last 12, and they were able to overtake that. The same thing can happen with the Tigers this year, obviously bearing someone else falling out. But the AL has been just so weak that it's very possible for any of them to do that. But like Dom said, there are a ton of teams that are all within the same range, which I think makes this decision even harder.
Yeah, the Central could fall apart at any given week. I think like the White Sox could easily fall.
Twins are a game above or below 500.
Yeah, we don't want the White Sox to fall down, right?
No,
But that's
absolutely.
very possible. And I don't think the Guardians are going to lose a bunch of games because they don't do that.
No.
But yeah, they could turn around real quick. But I don't know. The AL's very confusing this year.
It is. It's a puzzle. That's for sure. I thought the Astros were figuring it out. Not so sure. Because they had Hader and Pena back. Well, what's up, Pat? Seriously, you're muted.
You're muted, Pat.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
First day jitters?
Yeah, no, I forgot about the mute button. So
They don't do that in Europe.
They don't do that. No, it's like AC. They don't do that either.
No, I see.
No, I was gonna say, realistically, how many World Series contenders are there in the American League? The Rays, the Yankees without Aaron Judge? I don't think so.
The Mariners hypothetically
The
should
White
be.
Sox.
That is an interesting point. I mean, the Rangers roster on paper, I think, is also pretty good. When DeGrom, the Red Sox. But if you have a rotation of good DeGrom, good Evaldi, and good Leiter as your 1, 2, 3, and Mackenzie Gore also as somewhere in there, probably a 3 over Leiter.
He's no good.
You can convince yourself that's a viable team,
Mm.
but I understand what you're saying in terms of probably like what convincing World Series rosters. Obviously, the Dodgers in the NL, the Brewers probably, definitely, the Phillies, and the Braves.
Braves.
So that's what, 4?
Yeah.
That's 4 teams.
I don't think the White Sox have that juice. I don't think they have the starting.
But okay, so
We'll change
even
So-
to that point, if there aren't any contending teams, wouldn't it make more sense to try to at least give yourself a better chance by going and getting someone to put yourself a step above them and to at least get to the World Series? And yes, you're going to run into someone in the National League that might be better than you, but in a 7-game series, you at least want to give yourself that chance.
It's really who's the hotter team at the moment.
Yeah, it's momentum.
Yeah. Yep.
Always is.
So that's the thing.
And
Another thing in the American League, you got a lot of teams that convince themselves probably at the deadline to be buyers because, someone like the Tigers, they're what 3.5, 4 games out of it, but they can convince themselves hypothetically that they're just a bat away, that they're just an arm away of winning, more games than the other guy, than the Twins. The Twins are probably going to fall off at that point.
Yeah.
But that's what a mediocre league does. It convinces more teams that they're in it. It'll probably behoove some of those teams that are further out of the wild card race, that are 4 or 5 games under 500, to sell off some pieces because you're looking around the league. Who is really a seller?
Yeah.
I mean, the Giants and the Mets, that they have anything worth selling, because a lot of sellers that you may look at, they don't have anything to sell.
Oh, the Royals? No, they don't have anything to sell.
Like who are the Royals going to sell?
Michael Walker.
Michael Franco?
No, they said. I mean, frankly, they should sell off Waka and Seth Lugo, and they said they're not going to do it.
I don't get
I
it.
can't believe that. I actually can't believe that.
Starting pitching is a premium at the deadline.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't understand this, right? So they came out and they said that Waka and Lugo, they said they're gonna listen to offers, but Lugo and Waka are not for sale, which I don't really understand because they've both had good seasons.
Mm-hmm.
They're both older pitchers. How many more good years of baseball do these guys have left?
It's not
And
as if
you're-
they're on the same timeline either. I mean, obviously you got Salvador Perez, I suppose, but you're not building around him. You're building around Bobby.
I mean, listen, they had one good lucky season, 2 years ago maybe, when they made the playoffs? 3 years ago? I don't even remember what it was.
2 years ago. But Dom,
Bill-
they were over 500 last year.
Yeah, but they didn't make the playoffs.
No.
So,
Are
Build
Walker
around
and
Bobby.
Lugo in the long-term plans? Are they in the long-term plans?
Apparently next year.
Apparently- yeah,
gonna
so
come
they're
back
gonna
and
be in
compete
next
next
year.
year with the same team.
Are they more in the long-term plans than whatever prospect capital they can get back from them?
Probably not.
Right.
You'd assume not. But
they should get rid of them. Easy
shout
speaking.
Shout out to the Waka that liked our TikTok every once in a while. She's
Hell
a
yeah,
nice
shout out.
nice lady. Good for you. And tell Uncle Mike we say hello. Do we want to get back to you guys haven't done this in a while, but I'll remind you we do this thing. We do the old head player, old head moment, new age player, and new age moment. We do those.
But I thought we
You know-
We should
I
do
thought we
some
did
of
New
those.
Age first, though.
Right. But I'm just saying we do all those, right? That's part of the show in case you need to be reminded as to how this goes.
Okay.
Is that
I'm
something
actually-
you're interested in going into, or are there any other things?
No,
that
let's get into that.
No, wait, actually, could I pose one more?
Please.
I got one more.
This is an all-star break review. Okay, we're
Yeah.
reviewing all this stuff.
So we got an All-Star break review, and I believe there's 3 players on this team that are in the All-Star game this year, or 3 All-Stars at least.
Yeah.
And this is a team that has done well all year. And actually, Lav, I thought you were going to allude to this, but the White Sox have been good all year long.
Yes.
And so my question is, they're on top of the AL Central. If they add the right pieces, which is going to be tough for a team that doesn't really spend money,
Uh-huh.
if they add the right pieces, are they a World Series contender?
No.
If they have, I mean, like I think if they have momentum, they win their last 7 games of the season and win the AL Central. Maybe.
They've had momentum. I mean, they've shown that they can definitely get on a roll and
Yeah.
win a bunch of games in a row, which is an intriguing thing. Because if
This
they were
plus
just,
3 to the
They
better
also have like
Sox.
energy and like they
they
want to
do,
be
they
there.
do, they absolutely do. But at that same time, they have energy because they're a very young team. They're not veterans, so to speak. And could that come back to bite them because they have no playoff experience? I don't know. You could also say that ignorance is bliss, and they don't have any playoff experience, and that'll bode well for them. I think. I mean, the thing with the White Sox is that yes, they are competitive, but I don't necessarily know if they've opened their competitive window yet. So, do you want to give away assets or different capital for the future when in reality your timeline still hasn't opened up yet to go and win that championship? I'm not entirely sure. That doesn't mean you sell off people by any means, but I think maybe just maintaining where you're at rather than trying to buy in and get a guy who trying to find a guy who fits with what they have, which would be a young talented player. That's going to cost you a lot because no one's just giving up a talented player who's young. If they were to get an older player, I don't really see how much sense that makes for them unless it's a 1 year rental and they see what they can do with him. But um, the White Sox, just like many of these teams, are in an interesting spot. I just think that the fact that they're a surprise team this year doesn't necessarily mean that they want to let go of any assets that they've already cooped up from other trades or other deals.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the White Sox. I mean, this starting rotation and really the second half
Don't
of
you
baseball,
dare say it.
it's
Don't
all.
you
I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say this is what I'm saying. This is a new age take, but this is the
dare. Okay.
reality of modern baseball. They're a young, for the most part, starting pitching.
Yep.
Uh, they're probably on innings limits, right? I don't know the White Sox ins and outs like that, but they're on innings limits. A lot of these guys are going to get close to, if not break, their all-time highs in innings pitched. So
Yep.
when you look at the second half, guys like Sean Burke, Noah Schultz, and Anthony Kay, a lot of these guys coming off an injury too. I know Anthony Kay is. They're
Yep.
going to be limited down the stretch, and you're not going to be able to win games if your starting pitcher is only able to give you 3 or 4 innings.
Hmm.
So these White Sox, you can look at them and they said this is a victory of a year for them right now, and the season can end, and they can go home to the South Side of Chicago and be very happy with how their season went out. They're probably not going to make the playoffs because they probably don't have the juice, but you can use that experience down the stretch, and you can build on it for next year. And the only way to do that is not sell off the pieces, like you said, Lav. So it's a good year for them, but they're not a playoff team.
Who votes
The
them in
White
the
Sox aren't a
playoffs?
playoff team?
No, they're
Who
not
votes
going
them
to
in
be
the
a
playoffs?
playoff
I
team.
vote. I
They
vote
could
playoffs.
be. They could be. Speaking of they are using Sean Burke, for example. They've been using an opener and then allowing him to go from, let's just say, the second to like the seventh inning and limiting his innings that way. So they've kind of
Who was it?
already
Brian Bayo.
right,
Okay,
yeah,
well,
except successful and willing to
Brian
do
Bayo has a less than a 1 ERA as a reliever.
it. But he's
Come
not a
on.
reliever; he's a starter. So good luck getting him to pitch in relief.
I played third.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, Miguel Vargas is a real player. That guy is really
Yeah.
good. Obviously, Munataka is very good.
MVP 5.
Montgomery, he's been very good as well. The team is pretty good, and whether or not we expected them to be good doesn't mean that they can't make the playoffs. Given that we haven't seen multiple years of them being a good team, like everyone is pitching in and doing what it is that they need to do. Randall Grichuk even is is coming in games as a platoon guy and having success. And at this point, you can't count them out because they're one of the few teams in the American League that has shown some stability.
Yeah, and you know what? Shame on you, Pat, because you know what? You think you could come back from across the globe and think that you know ball. Okay, well, I'm here to tell you you're dead wrong. Okay,
Well, I do
these
know.
Chicago White Sox. No, I'm
Got
talking.
swept by
These
the Red
Chicago
Sox.
White Sox
Got
are a
swept.
good baseball team.
The
Okay, a
Bruins.
guy. What?
They got swept by a less superior, inferior, some may say, Sox team.
And you know
They
what?
just swept the Athletics. Good team.
And the Dodgers just got swept by the
Hold on.
Arizona Diamondbacks. So everybody, teams get swept. It happens.
The
But
Tigers will
these,
finish in front of the White Sox come season end.
Ooh, wow.
wow, that might be the hottest take of the season.
That's not a hot take. They're only 6.5 games behind.
That's a hot take.
They got Tarek Skubal. Well, not long.
I don't care who they have. I don't care who they have, because
Yeah, you know what Tarek Skubal is? A guy not on an innings limit.
No, that's correct. That you're
With loose
saying all
bodies in
correct
his elbow.
things. But I'm telling you something right now. Something that the White Sox have that the Tigers don't have is players that have been having good seasons all year that haven't been talked about enough.
And
Because
energy.
Colson Montgomery is having a great season and he's getting overstepped by Munetaka Murakami, excuse me,
God bless
and
you.
like all these things, all these players. Okay, I almost choked. But but that's why the White Sox are a playoff team,
They've also
and
got
I don't
the
believe the
wizard.
Detroit Tigers get there.
They've got the wizard Mike Vassell too. Don't forget it.
Oh, they do got that wizard shit going on.
White
He's-
Sox are good.
No, they both don't make the playoffs, but the Tigers finish in front of the White Sox. Yeah,
So the Guardians won
making
the
the
division
playoffs?
at 83 and 79.
the Guardians, the Sox,
Okay, the Red Sox. Yeah, sure.
the Rays, maybe.
Rays.
Okay,
Not
can
the
let's just go to the moments now because
Alright.
this is a joke.
Hey,
New age. What are the
the-
old head, new age moment?
you could almost say that anyone is going to make the playoffs in the American League, and I wouldn't say that you're crazy at this point. But yeah, we're doing the new age moments. All right.
New age moments.
Do you guys need like us to go first and get yourself ready, or do you want to
Can I just rip the Band-Aid off, please?
Go ahead. Go right
Can I
ahead.
do that?
Yeah.
So we talk a lot about the ABS this year, right? The ABS, the auto,
Mhm.
the ball strikes.
Mhm.
Alex Call, and there may be about, I don't know, 15 players in the Dodgers that are more deserving of challenging than Alex Call on the team. And I always thought that managers would take away the ability for some of these rookies or backup catcher types to challenge pitches, especially when they're up at bat. But I guess they don't do it. It's just laissez-faire in Dodger land. But Alex Call gets up.
Did you learn that word in Europe or no?
It's like Paris or something.
Okay, nice.
I've been using it every day, about 7 times a day. It's awesome. So Alex Call. For those who don't know, that means like loose and yeah. All right, Alex Call. He's up at bat against the Rockies, vaunted Rockies team, as Dom knows. And he challenges and gets wrong, not once, that happens, but twice in the at bat in the first inning. What is his problem? Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman ought to take him back by the woodshed and beat him for doing that. Taking up the challenges in the first inning. Granted, it's against the Rockies. It was already a 3-0 ball game in the first inning. But what are you doing? If you already got it once wrong, you're not doing it for the rest of the series. I mean, come on. Jazz Chisholm doesn't do that. But what are you doing? Alex Cole, you're not the hitter on the Dodgers that should be challenging pitches. That's just me.
Those
Yeah,
young guys.
that was a
are
bad
not
look.
Dodgers.
It's a bad
Those
look.
young guys. You got Dalton, right? He thinks he's like the best player.
Oh,
on the
that
team.
fucking guy.
Alex Cole thinks he's the best player on the team. They've got to be put in their place. But yeah, I mean, you can't you losing both in the first inning is
On the 8-hole guy who plays like every other day.
yeah. I mean, if you were to do that as a team, that would be upsetting. But to do that in one at bat by yourself is egregious.
I don't
might
like
say.
it.
Egregious is that? Have you used that word in a while or not? I tried to like
Maybe about 6 or 7 times a day, yeah.
match your vocabulary there. No, okay.
Laissez-faire.
Laissez-faire, yeah, egregious. Good.
Big words.
I mean, if I could say something about this too, because this whole ABS thing, it's all
Right.
brand new, and I feel like after this year, there's going to be a lot more analytics and a lot more data about when a player should use ABS and when they shouldn't. I mean, I'm not giving him slack for what he did. This is atrocious. This is bad.
Oh.
Okay, in the same at bat in the first inning, you use both challenges. So I'm not giving Alex Cole any slack.
What's your butt?
What's your butt?
He done right. He effed up.
Oh.
He effed up. but I actually this is one of the things I actually all right, I had a bite. All right, I had a bite, but this is one of those things like I'm actually curious to see how it changes into next year because there's going to be a lot more analytics on it, a lot more data on it, and I can't wait. I actually can't wait to see how teams differ next year from this year on how they use an ABS challenge.
I'll tell you what.
That's my take on it.
Tell you what, Freddie Peralta's not going to be challenging anymore.
No.
Oh
Not
my
for the Mets.
god, I hate that guy so much.
It was 2 inches above the zone. He's over here.
You mean Freddie 4 1/3?
Freddie 4 1/3.
That's
He's a
good.
good player. He's a good player.
He's not.
Oh,
No, he's
okay.
not.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
You know who's a good player? Tristan Peters, who was recently added to the All-Star game, but he's my new age moment because, we says, oh, we don't like the mic'd ups during the games. That's what we says.
Good.
And, because you've seen Jazz with his glasses or his lollipop, he's doing stupid stuff when he's mic'd up, and these other guys just play the game, right? Get the mics and the cameras away from the guys while they're playing. But Tristan Peters, he might be mic'd up for the rest of the season because what he went out and did was hit for the cycle while mic'd up. And, I know that we hate, obviously, the mic'd up stuff with the players, at least, during the game, but he provided a pretty cool moment, which was definitely new age because being mic'd up on the baseball field is not something that they were doing way back when, all the way back. But Tristan Peters also, I think, just deserving of some recognition, not only for hitting the cycle, but added to the All-Star game, hitting around 300 as a 26-year-old rookie for those Chicago White Sox that we have talked so much about. Another reason why maybe they don't have to go out and buy anyone because Peters has come onto the scene and played some really good baseball and provided depth, really, to their outfield. And someone obviously not expected to be an all-star this year, not even expected to probably even be a starting player on a roster, and now he's in the all-star game, hitting the cycle, being mic'd up doing it. What can't he do?
In those new age Chicago Bulls, Chicago White Sox
That's true. Yes.
uniforms, whatever.
They do a lot of stuff on those broadcasts. Like they have a bunch of it's a lot.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. All right, you two, please.
I don't know if you guys saw this play, but Randy Rosarina back in the Trop.
Oh no.
Cedric Mullins hits just, a fly ball to left field down the line. And Randy Rosarina, they say he's got like a tender hamstring. Running, and then he just like slows up. And the ball lands about 4 feet in front of him. I don't know if you guys saw it. Like, it was just the most catchable ball I've ever seen. If he runs for about 2 more seconds, he catches the ball. It was weak. It was really weak, really soft. And then the next pitch, Cedric Mullins hits a home run.
He did. Yeah.
So, not a good look for Randy Rosarina.
No.
Lack
Maybe
of
he thought he was
hustle.
going to get caught in the catwalk. Perhaps.
Just hustle, man.
Right.
Right,
Yeah,
right in front of you.
works too. That works
Terrible.
too.
Hustle takes
Yeah.
no skill. That's what they
No,
say.
it doesn't. God damn it. Couldn't have said that better myself.
That's my new age
Yeah.
moment.
That's a good moment. He's got to make that play. And I guess that leaves me. Well, Steve Gelbs, man. This is a guy I really love. I do. Wholeheartedly. I went to a Met game one time. I took a nice picture with him. Super friendly guy. But I think the key of Steve Gelbs and the whole main point of Steve Gelbs this year is that he's just doing too much. The whole season we got what's it franked or let's be frank.
Let's be frank. Let's be frank.
Okay, now he's all over the Instagrams and the TikToks and all that hullabaloo. Okay? and part of being on Instagram and TikTok, he does these weekly check-ins. Now, granted, this was a June 19th post he made, so this is, for reference, this is before the Mendoza firing, but the Mets have been the same team all season long, right? I gave up on the Mets since opening day. That's just me personally.
Right.
Right? So what Steve Gelbs does is he gets on his little phone, his little Apple,
His soapbox.
whatever, right? His little fucking box, okay? And he goes, Mets fans, right?
Right.
The Mets aren't done yet. We gotta still believe the amazing Mets are gonna make a run and they're gonna make the playoffs. Holy
He
shit!
said that.
You trying to change the franchise in one video? Because that's not how you do it. First of all, because I don't know what his goal was. I don't know what he was feeling that day. If he had a little something special in his coffee that morning, I don't
High.
know.
Maybe it was high. Yeah.
But he was in a park, so maybe when he filmed this video. Okay, I don't know what the hell he was talking about.
Maybe
Because
because,
obviously this team has not changed. They didn't go on a run. They're sellers. They're already sellers. Okay, so Steve Gelbs, quiet down with the let's be frank. Quiet down with the Instagram weekly check-ins because there's nothing else to check in on. The Mets are done for. And it's new age. Because I know you're laughing. It's a new age moment because Steve Gelbs thinks he's going to be all trendy with the Instagram and the TikTok and try and influence these younger children into thinking the Mets got a shot.
Tom,
Into
this isn't
doing
the
drugs.
first Steve Gelbs related new age moment this year.
he does a lot. But Steve's, I guess, a good talking point. I was actually going to ask, you said he was in the park and maybe, I guess he's trying to convince kids to do drugs. Is that what you're saying? I'm confused.
No, okay. Listen, let me say this again.
Is he
Because
No, no,
Steve
no.
Gelbs is a good guy.
I got your point.
Dom, where did he post this?
On his
Instagram stories.
He
Instagram.
said on the TikToks and the Instagrams.
Ready?
I'm
It's
just
on
a
his
little, I'm a little concerned because Pat said that maybe he got a batch of like the Dark Knight Rises substances. Is that possible? He met up with Matt Harvey and then Matt Harvey got him some of the good stuff and that's why he's so
Matt
giddy?
Harvey, man.
I heard. Well, actually,
With nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Keith,
And there's a
Keith
complete game
Hernandez.
shot. Sorry.
Keith Hernandez
Matt
also
Harvey,
has
good
the
guy.
good stuff too.
Keith Hernandez.
Yeah.
That booth is falling apart a little bit. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Keith Hernandez had a comment the other day about
His
Ron
bloodline.
Darling was talking about how he was going to be dying soon. It
I'm
was
pretty
like
sure that was Keith also.
no.
Oh, Gary said something about that. Gary said if they mention about the Red Sox plane being delayed again, I'm going to expire.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And Ron Darling was like, "Yeah, what I want on my gravestone is being on the '86 Mets." I was like, "Why is everyone talking about dying over
Keith
there?
Hernandez is saying that his bloodline is done.
yeah.
Extinct.
That was
What is
it.
going on?"
I'm
And
aware of this.
also, I need to mention this because this doesn't get talked about enough. Okay, Cohen, what's his name?
Steve.
Gary Cohen
Oh.
has a tumor just growing out of his side cheek.
Yo, chill.
No, I'm sorry. It's noticeable.
Hey, Dom, he's not making fun of your appearance. You shouldn't make fun of his.
He
No,
doesn't.
I'm not
Tom's
making
more
fun of his appearance.
concerned than making
If we're
fun.
talking about health-related things here, and that is obviously not a healthy thing growing on the side of his cheekbone.
Fine.
He's calling the games. But Dom's concerned. That's the guy he grew up with,
I'm
right?
scared.
Tom, it's benign.
It's benign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh,
Start
anyway,
with the G.
next.
Benign.
Good. Seriously. That was nice. I could talk about some more NLE stuff for my new age player if that's okay.
You can do that.
Sure.
Should I? Those Nats. Everyone talks about best team in or best offense in baseball. No one talks about their pitching staff. Their pitching staff sucks. But there's one guy on the pitching staff who's very, very good. Foster Griffin. That guy has come onto the scene, and he's been really good. Going into the All-Star break now, 19 starts, 110 innings pitched, 10-2 record, which is obviously very impressive for a team that's around 500. And we love wins and losses here, but new age player,
Pitchers, yeah.
yeah, it's the best.
That other fellow.
New age player, really, for no other reason than I've never heard of the guy before, because he's 30 years old, so he's not young.
He's new
but-
to you.
New to me. So he's got a 1.02 WHIP and 109 strikeouts, took 26 walks. He's been great, and he rightfully so, I believe, made the All-Star game. as a replacement, and his most recent start was one of his best, where he struck out 9 over 7 against the Houston Astros. It's been cool to see a guy that I've never heard of before. What?
You know, you know what it is, Lev? You know what it might be?
What's that?
He's the
What's
new
this?
age Miles Michaelis. He goes overseas, learns a new pitch or two,
Uh-huh.
and then comes back
Yep.
and is good. I guess.
Oh,
Miles Michaelis,
and is he the
Lizard King.
what animal does he? Yeah, what animal does he
Um,
like?
he's in
Represent.
Washington National, so they call Washington D.C. the swamp. So maybe
Eagle.
he eats alligators or something.
Gator, yeah, the Gator King.
Eats gators.
Sure.
I've never heard of this guy in my life. Why is he good at baseball all of a sudden?
Pat just explained it.
Because he
This
went to
isn't the-
Japan. He talked
Yeah.
to some of the guys over there. He probably throws a splitter now,
Twitter.
and he's sick.
Three of his last 5 starts, he's pitched 7 innings.
Yup. That's my guy Foster. Foster and Bananas. And
That's-
Griffins.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's good. And I'm trying to figure out, did he actually make the All-Star game? I
Did he?
would hope so. He did.
Can we get a fact check?
He's
Did he
joining,
make it
he's
over
joining
Zach
Woods
Wheeler?
and Abrams. Yeah, well, Zach Wheeler said no, so Foster Griffin gets in. So
Yeah, for
How's that?
our audience out there, let it be known that Foster Griffin is a 2026 All-Star, and let it be known that this might be his only good season ever.
Yo,
hey,
Yo,
chill.
chill.
similar to Eduardo Rodriguez.
Yo,
No, okay,
Eduardo.
and you know what? Maybe
Your Rod's
maybe
gonna
it
get
is.
traded. Sorry.
to the Sox.
What?
They don't need more
You know,
lefty
and-
pitching.
Coming back.
We don't need more left-handed pitching. You don't think
That I think
Tolley,
yes,
Early, Suarez, Crochet, Bennett? That's not enough.
It's
Whatever.
never enough.
Never enough.
Never enough. But you know what's never enough?
What's not
Guys making their MLB debut, because
Oh.
what this guy did and how magical of a moment this was. This is just a heartfelt moment. Especially because I think the call was just so beautiful. I mean, nice. I don't know who the Tigers announcer is, but it was beautiful. Okay, he steps
Isn't
up
it
to the
Jason?
plate. What?
Jason Benintendi's.
Sure.
Jason
Whatever
Benetti?
his name is, but he did a nice job because it was like the Masters in a sense, where it was like, and here comes an MLB debut, right? And Eduardo Valencia of the Detroit Tigers comes to the plate, and he's never had an MLB at bat before. He's had 1,543 at bats in the minor leagues, and that is within 439 minor league games. So he has not had a lick of MLB action. He has done a ton of work in the minor leagues, and this guy had all the emotions after his first MLB at bat was a home run to dead center field. This was awesome. He's rounding the bases. There's pretty much tears rolling down his eyes. And his MLB press conference after the game was awesome. He did it for his family. He did it for his country. He shouts out Venezuela, who's had a hard time over there with the earthquakes. And yeah, if you haven't seen this, you gotta go check it out because it's something to be seen.
I love it.
Did you link it, Dom?
Those Tigers.
I loved it.
Did you link it so I can watch the video?
Oh, I don't know.
Those Tigers. Good little program they've got going on. Yeah, Jason Benetti. Similar to Jason Benintendi's. He's a good announcer. He's the one that recently was talking about how he needs a different DUI test. Because he's got the lazy eye. No one's familiar. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Jason Benetti, the announcer Dom was talking about, that did a nice job.
He did a really good job.
He's a good announcer.
He's got a DUI.
No. He's got a lazy eye, and he was saying that he can't walk straight.
Oh,
He needs a different DUI test. That's what he said.
so is he drunk?
Just can't see.
I don't think so. I'm not entirely
The
sure.
mountain game's hammered.
Yeah. Foster Griffin uses 7 pitches.
It's a lot
That's
of
what he
pitches.
learned in Japan
Too
or
many
China.
pitches. I don't like it.
Fastball, curveball.
Angel.
Maybe a changeup.
Uh,
Who else we got? On
I
this,
got a good one.
You got a good
glorious-
one?
Yeah.
Tyler Tolbert, which I don't know if you've seen this guy this
Sure.
past week.
A lot of
Batting
hits. A lot of hits.
680 this week. He is 28 years old, but it's only his second year in the league. He's played less than 100 games. He is only like the third player all time to have consecutive 5-hit games. He had 12 straight at-bats with 12 straight hits, which also hasn't been done in a very long time. And he also had a bunch of these hits are kind of just like infield hits, and he uses his 80 grade speed to get down the line, which is kind of old head, but he's had an incredible week this week. He's now batting like 380 on the year because of it. So he's had a monster week, Tyler Tolbert.
Good two-way player, too.
Yeah.
17 ERA.
Yeah, they throw him in there when they're getting smoked every day.
That's right. That's what the Royals do. Royals baseball. So if someone's looking for a two-way, you could pick up Tyler Tolbert. He does a nice job. But
I won't.
that was insane. He had, what, how many hits in a row? I'm pretty
12,
sure.
12 straight at bats with a hit.
Yeah, that's
It's hard to do.
Were we just talking about two-way players?
in a way, yeah.
Because I can talk about two-way players, and that's Peyton Tolley down in TCU when he used to hit home runs and pitch at the same time for my new age play. I don't know if we want to talk about this right now. We talked about it at the top of the show where he had the donut situation. Peyton Tolley said something about he needs to eat protein before he starts, but now he's eating donuts. I don't like it. He's a big goofball. It's fine. He shoved for about an inning and a third, and then they pulled him because of innings limit against the Mets, and then Brian Bayo shoved it up the ass. But my new age player this week is Peyton Tolley because of the donuts.
The donuts. That's good. Tolley's a good player.
Tolley's donuts.
Tolley's donuts. Nice. Really nice.
It's got a good ring to it.
Tolley's donuts?
I like the ring.
I don't know. Not sold.
Oli's Donuts.
Tolley's donuts? It's like Dunkin'
Tolley's
Donuts, but
Oh yeah, and Boston runs on Duncan.
they do. See, maybe he got a
Not a
sponsorship
not a
in there.
sponsor. Not a sponsor.
Maybe Tolley's got something there for him.
Maybe.
Still in
And
his-
if he does, some of that comes back to us because we were the ones that brought it to him. I can move on to the old heads.
Yeah, let's
can
do
do
old
that.
heads.
Okay, old head moment for me. Not really an old pitcher, but Hunter Green. Okay, talk about resilience. That's what I think being an old head is all about. Being gritty, being resilient, never giving up, just doing push-ups, sit-ups, and jumping jacks. No stretching, no nothing. You come out, first start off the IL, 21 ERA. You get blown up. Okay, so what? Next game, 7 innings pitched, shutout with 12 strikeouts in his next start. Hunter Green, people could say that, he came back too early, especially for a Reds team that's at the bottom of the NL Central and doesn't really look like there's any way for them to climb back up. Could say, hey, got to save him. And a 21 ERA after his first start is obviously not ideal. But he comes out the next game and just shoves. 7 innings shut. No problem. And says, hey, guys, I'm back.
No problem.
Okay? That's what he does. Hunter Green. Well, first of all, I want to shout out Chase Burns for holding up the fort as much as he could. That mess of a fort. I don't even know what's happened over there. I mean, those are my Reds.
I'm disappointed in your Reds, Lav. I was just about
And
to
they
say.
look like garbage. I don't know what it's about. But hopefully Hunter Green, we talked about the All-Star break. You come out a new team. Hunter Green coming back is a chance for the Reds to figure it out and play good baseball the rest of the way.
Yeah, but shout out to those other young Reds, Burns and Sal Stu, for making the All-Star team. The
Yep.
first All-Star team. It's pretty cool.
Yep, absolutely. But the rest of the Reds need to figure it out now. Ellie's been good too, but
Yeah, but we expected that.
yeah, you absolutely you did. You called it. I mean, that was nice.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I actually shit on. I shit on Ellie at the
Yeah,
beginning.
you said he's gonna bat 220,
Yeah,
Yeah. What's he batting?
like
One's
500.
up 220, 500. Yeah. He's a
Uh,
good player. He really
Yeah.
is.
No.
Who's
no,
Hunter
listen.
Green?
275.
Oh,
He's batting what?
275, Dom.
He's good on
Close.
both sides
I
of
was
the plate.
close.
That's not close at all. They
Well,
like blue.
I actually, if we could transition to mine real quick, because hitters haven't been able to do anything much with my Met and my old head player Luke Weaver, who's a guy that, and I'll okay, I'm gonna explain why he's an old head player.
But we're doing an old head moment here.
I thought we were doing old head player.
I says Hunter Green coming back after a 21 ERA and going 7 innings shut was my moment.
Well, that's exactly what I was getting into because my old head moment has to do with Jen Powell. Anyway,
Yeah.
wow, because what I want if we're talking
Tom,
about
you
people
better you
being,
better watch what you say on this
Be
one.
careful.
I'm gonna be careful because
You
whatever
tread the
Steve Gelbs,
fine line.
This is
Because-
half of the audience that you may be turning off here.
yeah, it's a possibility, but I'm gonna be careful here because I want to know where Steve Gelbs got his stuff because he was high in the park because I think Jen Powell got the same shit from Steve Gelbs because where the hell was she in this Padres Blue Jays game
Bad luck.
because she was on cloud nine. It was unbelievable. Okay, so first, just to map it out for you, if you didn't see this, so we got Jen Powell behind the plate, and she misses an obvious ABS challenge by Sung Mun Sung, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Nice.
Say that again.
I'm just going for it today.
Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but that's how I'm going to pronounce
So
it. I'm
you
sorry if I'm
don't like
incorrect.
women?
No, I respect all people.
I
Okay,
think,
all people.
we're doing equality here is what we're doing. We're holding
Equality is
people
very
accountable on both
important.
sides. Yeah.
Okay, and this has nothing to do with the fact she's a woman. This is nothing to do with that. Okay, all right, it's nothing to do with that.
No, what you were
But
saying before.
This guy Song, okay, he obviously does the head tapper, and Jen Powell's just like, no, doesn't see it,
Yeah.
doesn't see it at all. Then next thing you know, the Padres hitting coach is thrown out of the game because she didn't see something. So now it's the Padres hitting coach's fault because she didn't do her job. Okay, now that's Exhibit A. Let's go a couple at bats next into this,
Later.
where then she calls a balk on Kevin Gausman, who didn't even balk. He didn't even balk. It was ridiculous. And I don't know. Once again, whatever Steve Gelb's on, she must have gave it to Jen Powell. Because I don't know where the hell she was at. Because after she calls the balk, she calls a strike. Which, if you know anything about baseball, you know if they call a balk, the pitch doesn't exist.
Good
The
mechanic.
pitch is gone. It's not a ball. It's not a strike. It's not a pitch at all. So the fact she called a balk, then goes, "What are you doing?" She didn't know where the hell she was.
Yeah, Dom, I
Um,
agree with you. I think it was a big problem, but I also think it
Rough day at the office.
there's it's happened before where like umpires kind of delay and like they do the motion and then they say strike and because of that it kind of delays the hitter for head tapping and then the ump says, "Oh, you waited too long." And I think that's what the issue was, and I've seen it before a few times this year where it's like there needs to be some, I understand like the bench could yell it out to you, say challenge, but there needs to be some leeway of the timing because it's happened. I've seen it a few times now where they say you wait too long when in reality the strike call was almost a little delayed, and because of that the head tap was delayed. So,
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Because
But
the hitter's
if you
not
look at
looking
the
back
clip,
at the call, they only hear what they can
Right.
hear.
but it's
It's
weird.
tricky on balls because the umpire usually doesn't say anything,
Yeah.
which is why the catchers a lot of times run into problems when they're trying to challenge the ball call because they don't know if it's a ball yet because they haven't said anything. So I don't know.
I don't know. But whatever was going on with Jen Powell that day, I have no idea. But I mean, especially if it's a pitch where it was a borderline pitch where it was a strike. It was a strike according to the imaginary box that they put on the videos on the TV recording. But it's a borderline call. So shouldn't you as an umpire be like, "Oh, that's kind of borderline. Maybe I should watch out if someone's going to challenge that."
Yeah.
She was looking down the third baseline.
She had a
So
rough day at the office. But we're here for you, Jen. Bounce back. No one else. Okay.
You're the only one clapping.
I'm the only one that's in support of equality, I suppose. I don't know.
no, that's not true.
I mean, you're the one that's shitting on her, and I'm the one that's being supportive and uplifting.
Apparently.
I have a right to shit on her because
Yep, you absolutely do.
she was on cloud 9.
Yep, she's got to be better, no doubt. But at the same
gotta be
time,
better.
she'll be back. She'll be back. I have no doubt.
Yes,
I
she
have no
will.
doubt. Okay, that's good. I think myself and Dom have gone. No, Mason, hello.
Yeah, I could go.
Okay.
I might do some breaking news, even though it's not breaking because I just got a notification as my
my God.
moment.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
And Juan Soto says the salary cap sucks. I hate it.
Nice.
I think that's awesome.
He already got paid. What's his problem?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay. No, I mean I have another moment. I was actually having trouble finding a moment for this week because
Sure.
I haven't watched baseball in a while. I shouldn't
Oh.
say that to the fans, but when in doubt, you go to the Milwaukee Brewers is my motto for an old head moment. And
Good motto.
this moment is Jake Bauers on second base, ground ball hit back to the pitcher. You shouldn't be going, but that's what the Brewers do. They take the extra bag, take an extra run to win ball games.
Let's do
And he
sports.
kind of evades the tag at third base. Just smart base running, smart baseball in general. Steal that run, steal that game. Milwaukee Brewers baseball.
That's what they do.
Yep.
This is a Brewers and Rays program. Really is what it comes
Love it.
down.
It's all
Yeah.
about
White Sox too nowadays, I think.
No.
Yeah. Sam Antonacci is he's going to be up there for end of year old head awards.
Yeah, he definitely will. Wow,
I don't
can't
like
do
it.
that.
Who we got here?
I don't know. You tell me. You're up, pal.
Oh, I have written down sunny gray plains. I'm just trying to think about what I meant by that. Oh,
Is your
old head moment.
Oh,
Sonny Gray, you know, the Red Sox had flight problems,
Yep.
you know, coming in. And he was given the choice by manager Chad Tracy if he would like to start the next day because his pre-game routine is now, you know, a little different because he came into the ballpark like 2 hours before game time. And starting pitchers needs hours, apparently, to warm up. And Sonny Gray says, fuck that, give me the ball, and let me just shove against the Mets. And that's exactly what it is. With the Red Sox team, who seems to have everything going for him right now, and now you got the veteran leaders on the team like Sonny Gray showing the young guys, you know, this is how you play baseball. That is grit. That is determination. That's doing everything that you can for your team. That is my old head moment. Sonny Gray Plains.
I love it. Way to find it. Seriously.
Yeah.
I actually, you know what? Going off of that, Dom and I discussed this last week, and you weren't here for it. We had a question regarding Wilson's leadership in terms of veteran
The
leadership.
best ever.
But is he getting into these fights and little squabbles to try to fire up the rest of the guys, or is he just a complete lunatic?
I think he's just angry.
Looks like he did his job.
So, is that part of what his shtick, or is he actually?
I think Wilson's always been a hothead, right? But I think he's especially a hothead when his team is not performing.
Okay.
And
But hasn't he been hurt?
no, he hasn't been hurt. He got ejected, and then he was appealing.
damn.
He was appealing his suspension. Then he got hurt. Then he got his suspension upheld.
Yeah.
So it's basically a mini IL stint going into the break.
Yep.
So when's the last time he played? They've been winning without him?
He's not played the last 4 games,
Okay.
Oh, he's been there through.
but he was there for the
Hell,
first. He was there for the first 5 wins of the 9-game streak. So they have a double header coming out of the break against the Rays. He has to sit the first game and he plays the second
Oh my God.
after he's home run derby champ.
How much time are you putting into your warm ups before you pitch?
Me?
Yeah.
About 15 minutes.
So you could have taken the baseball as well.
What's that?
You could have taken the baseball as well.
I could have been like Chad, like, give me the ball, please.
Okay.
I said, please.
Good. I like it. All right, we've got one segment left. Old head players.
Well,
I'm just gonna. You can go, please.
I already said mine,
Yeah, you did.
but But if it's any surprise to anybody, my old head player this week is Luke Weaver because this guy has had a very different start. Dreamweaver. He's had a very different start to his 2026 season, and then how he finishing his 2026 season is very different. So he started off the 2026 season, and the Mets obviously weren't doing well, but he was kind of had a fire lit under his ass, and the Mets, I believe he said this when the Mets were on a little bit of a run, nothing crazy, but he was like, I don't care who I face, I'm going to get you out. He had like this crazy like psycho mentality.
Yeah.
And then he blew up and he gave up runs and he wasn't on top of his game. But now over the past, I don't know, month, I'm going to say, he's done exceptional things for the Mets. In his last 30 games, he's got a .56 ERA with 32.1 innings pitched under his belt. He's only given up 15 hits in that 32 innings pitched. And he's got 39 strikeouts. So he's slaughtering batters left and right.
Yeah.
And then just to give you the overall, because I think this is important too, his overall stats on the year are pretty good. I wouldn't say they're the best. 1.85 ERA with a 1.7 WAR in 37 games. So I think he expected better out of himself. Once again, not terrible numbers. But he has had a great second half to the first half, if you want to call it that. Second half to the first half, and how he's kind of transformed, I think, as a person in trying to be as maybe a spokesperson for this Met team, and how he's been more of a actions speak louder than words type of guy.
Yeah.
Where he is just absolutely dealt because this Met season's pretty much over, and he's like, I'm going to just prove myself. And then if we're gonna dive into the Mets for a little bit, this is an excellent trade piece for you. A guy that's got a little bit of a fire lit under your ass, and you could actually get some decent return for a guy that's done nothing but strike out batters in the last 30 games, obviously. So
What's
yeah,
the
good for
scoreless
Luke
innings streak
Weaver.
now?
24.
Uh,
24.
It's a lot.
innings.
Somewhere up there, but yeah. I can't wait to see what Luke Weaver does for his second team of 2026.
As long as he's not making speeches on the field after the game, he'll be.
Yeah, that was embarrassing when he did that.
Just terrible.
Bad.
Mason called it
What'd he
out.
say?
too.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He was like, I'm not the biggest guy, but I don't care who's in front of
Oh.
me. I'm going to, yeah, like one of those.
It's like, oh.
Something about the Mets.
I'm not
being-
afraid of anyone.
Yeah, something about the Mets. Like we're here.
Yeah,
And
they just that was like their first win after their 12-game losing streak.
Yeah.
It's like,
And no, they suck. So Luke Weaver, former Yankee, a Yankee now, is Jose Caballero.
Or Joey
He's
Horses.
my old head player, and he's not entirely my old head player. I mean, obviously he plays like an old head. Everyone knows this, but more so to the fact that Mr. Volpe has, like Dom said just now, has a fire lit under his ass. I think he's starting to become on thin ice a little bit because for the longest time he's been the golden boy. But I saw,
starting to become on
yeah, he's been given the most. I don't even know he's runway ever.
I know. Did you see the video I put in there?
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Don't even. I mean, he's since the.
Is it because he's from New
1800s.
Jersey and he grew up a Yankees fan? He gets the
Maybe
just
something like that. But since the 1800s, there's never been a player that's gotten more at bats and more run time and provided less than Anthony. Since like the dinosaur age, I'm pretty sure that's what they said. I'm pretty sure that's what they said.
Yeah, they did say that. Confirmed.
Something like that, yeah.
Confirmed.
So Jose Caballero obviously is doing a good job at short, and Boone proceeds to throw him in the outfield instead and let Volpe continue to play shortstop. But I think things may change after the All-Star break. I saw a report about George Lombard Jr. Whatever, but George Lombard Jr. apparently may get some run time at some point.
Might as well try him out.
If Volpe continues to struggle, I don't understand why we just don't continue to play Jose Horses. Guy's a horse. He does everything you could ask for on a baseball field, and that's what I respect about him, and that's why he's my old head player. He actually is a big reason why the Yankees, after their big schneid, they got back to their winning ways because in Tampa, against his former team, 2 homers, 2 jacks, and playing good defense, doing everything he can to help the team win. And not the best circumstances because he's just continuing to be second fiddle to Anthony Volpe, who's performing way under what Caballero's been able to do. But he's just taking the punches, rolling with them, playing the outfield when asked, doing whatever he needs to do to allow himself to get on the field and provide for the New York Yankees. And for that, I say thank you, Jose. You're real inspirational is what you are. And I hope that you become the full-time starting shortstop at some point. You probably won't be, but for what you've done, I appreciate it.
Anthony
Yeah,
Volpe.
and just to my fault.
I'm sorry, Dom. No, go ahead.
No, well, I was just gonna say before you rudely interrupted me that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the Yankees did this a while ago, where Caballero was doing a fantastic job for them at shortstop.
Oh,
And fantastic job. So and then Volpe comes back from injury. He plays game. Oh, by the way, he was playing in the minor leagues, and he was playing like dog shit. He wasn't even playing good. He was making errors left and right.
You know what else he was doing in the minors?
Why?
He was pulling a Devers and saying, "No, I don't play second base. I'm a shortstop."
Yeah. Okay.
You
Are
did
you
that?
kidding me?
The nerve.
That's
Who does he
horseshit.
think he is?
He said that. What?
Okay,
What?
Just because you're an Italian from New Jersey doesn't mean you're the shortstop for the Yankees.
He's like Filipino. He's like not even Italian.
Yeah,
He's
who
bad.
okay? Who gives it? Who
Chicken
gives a shit what he
cutlets.
is? He's bad at baseball. Okay, Yankee fans, I'm talking to you, Lav, and I don't even know if you're a big Volpe guy, but give up on this guy. You're gonna go back to the fact he won a Gold Glove for you a couple of years back and whatever. Okay,
Miracle.
give up on this guy. This guy is not a major league ball player. He's a piece of shit. Okay, he's not a good. He's not good. He's not good. Okay, I don't know why you would decided to switch Caballero out for Volpe because Caballero was doing great things for the Yankees. I don't think anybody saw that coming, by the way. I don't think anybody could have predicted that Caballero was going to take the starting shortstop role over maybe over Volpe only because he got hurt. But I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It was a terrible switch. I don't know why they did that. And now they're paying the price for it.
Maybe they'll call up Byram Hott to play shortstop for them. Do that.
Perhaps. Was he drafted by the Yankees?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Congratulations. So was Andy
Congratulations,
Pettit's
guys.
nephew or son.
He's going to be playing at Heritage Financial pretty soon, Lev.
right at home. I guarantee you, he has the best numbers on the team because he's playing in his home ballpark.
Wait, so I grew up a Mets fan. Do I get to play shortstop for them?
Volpe gets to play shortstop.
What was the stat, Lev? It was no player has ever
I
been so
said
bad.
since the dinosaur age,
Right.
no one has gotten a million at bats and a million innings in the field, and had a on base percentage lower than or under 220, I believe it was, since the Stone Age.
Since
Except
forever,
Anthony-
right? I don't think they were playing baseball back then.
Except Anthony Volpe. They were using stone slabs and rocks to play baseball.
And those guys still got on base.
Still got on base. Yeah. Taking it right in the no elbow guards. They were right there, right in the arm. No
Eating.
problem. Eating it. And Volpe, he can't do that. So this isn't a poop on Volpe parade, but in a way, it's just to show my appreciation for Jose Caballeros.
Okay, so your old head player this week is anti-Volpe.
No, it's Jose.
Okay. Patrick Sandoval pitched for the first time in 2 years.
He sure did. He did.
How'd that
Born
go?
a third, one run.
Nice.
Not bad.
That's my old head player. Next.
Like it.
Good.
Like it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Trying to watch this
That's all
derby.
you got?
Yeah. Mine'll be quick too, though, Dom. Don't worry. We talked about it at the top of the show with Denise.
Tom wants to watch the home run derby. You should be happy.
Actually, yeah, it's 8:15.
But they do
Wilson in third.
similar to what they did at the beginning of the year with the Netflixes. They do a whole show before the actual
Yeah.
show. So you're
Did
fine.
Wilson Contreras win yet?
Go ahead, Mace, please.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Uncle
don't.
Michael Waka, who is also the first player since I believe the 40s to make All-Star games, but 11 years in between the two All-Stars, which is pretty cool. And I believe it's in the 40s because they had like the World War II. So the guys went to go serve and then came back to the MLB. So I don't know. I thought that was a really cool moment. Michael Walker, second All-Star appearance coming up tomorrow.
Hell yeah. Shout out Michael. Shout out Michael. Going to be playing on a losing ball club the rest of the year.
He'll be up there for the Old Head Player of the Year awards.
Yeah, he's a good. I like that. He's a good name also. A good foreshadow is what that is right there. Vince Velasquez, and for no other reason than that, my good friend Pat and Mason obviously, but Mason, am I just gonna name like, I don't know, Ian Kinsler? I guess I could, right? But I said Vince Velasquez because he wears the goggles, and Pat's back, right? So that's a tribute to him. Ian Kinsler, I guess, could be a tribute to Mason, a Jewish infielder. I don't know. But Vince Velasquez is my player in honor of Pat's return.
Lav, I'm honored. And I guess on the same kind of page there, honoring our return, Mason and I. I'm going with Sam Aldegheri, the first Italian-born player in baseball.
Sure.
I'm Aldegheri's.
Nice. That's a tribute to Dom.
A tribute to Dom.
That was nice. And after that, I'll continue because I was thinking about this guy the other day because the Mets signed him in the offseason, and I don't think he played a lick of baseball for the Mets. I'm going to go with Nick Madrigal.
Nice. For the amount of shit you give the Mets, all you do is talk about them. I mean, it's incredible. And not once have you talked about Soto, which is a little concerning.
That guy sucks.
He's the best player I've ever seen.
Amazing. He actually made me believe that the Mets might go on a little bit of a run a few weeks, maybe last week. He was on like a tear. Still is on a tear.
He's so good.
Maybe that's what Steve Gelb
He's the most
saw.
talented Met I've ever seen.
He made it a rough playing game one there.
Terrible defense. Yeah, I can't play defense like Cody Bellinger, baby. Let's go.
Cedon Rafael, All-Star.
All right, Mace, what do you got?
Well, we talked about Michael Walker, who was an A&M Aggie. Dom, you know who else was an A&M Aggie? How about Brooks Raley?
Oh! Well, I thought he was going to say Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel, Mike Evans, yeah. Alex Caruso.
Alex Caruso, good.
Brandon Montgomery from the Chicago White Sox.
Yeah. Wow, I like it. That's good stuff. Anyone else? I'm trying to think of...
Miles Garrett.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Texas A&M. Been there once. How about that?
That's Stephon Diggs. That guy's got problems.
University of Maryland. College.
Diggs. No better wide receiver 2 in the league, except every wide receiver 2. No.
Chill.
Diggs has got a bunch left in the tank.
Where was he even signed?
Hey, a lot of fun to be back with the fours of us. It was nice.
Till next time.